Jewelry is fun. So, but to understand shape and form is going to help you realize that into jewelry, into metal. So it's important to have like a base of understanding of shape. And then once you can do that, you can translate that into metal, and we're going to be doing that.
Yeah. So,
amazing.
Thank you for those things you send us. Cause their path in drawing in all Memphis. Thank you.
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. Yes.
So,
Thank you. When I have started to drawing, it was very hard to me. I have never even drawing a map, even a cup. It was very hard to me. So for now, I'm good in drawing. And I like it, I love it with all my heart. I like to draw it. Thank you.
Oh, that was so awesome. Do you have any drawings that you'd like to show us? Let's see. And I brought my notebook too to show you guys some of the drawings that I have done as well. Ooh, look at that! Wow.
wow.
That could be an earring. That could be an earring.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Or a pendant. Look. Oh, and that I've seen. I've seen that. I think the press showed me that. That is beautiful. Whoa. Oh, wow. And you know what's so cool about, the reason why I wanted to show you guys what a realistic objects look like, but then you could take a realistic object and abstract it. It's called abstract, because it's not exactly how you see it. It's an abstraction of a real object. So he took 3 ladybugs and turned it into a design. So you could take that flower and in your mind say, I see it this way, or I would like to, make it feel like a flower, but it has another meaning to it. And that's how you see how different those two are, the process. There's realistic, there's abstraction. So there's lots of way to convey what you see. So you don't have to be so literal, which is literal is to draw that exactly. Some people like to do things literally and realistically, and other people like to see it in a different way. So that's also the Picasso image that I had sent you of how he interpreted what he saw. We all have our own interpretations. That's why there's no bad art. It's all everyone's vision, which is individual. Because we don't all want to do the same thing. We're not all the same people. We don't think the same. We don't see things the same. So our art should not be the same. There's doing work where you're actually making something specific. That's called production work, where you do have to do the same thing. But then there's also prototyping and doing one-of-a-kind work, and we can talk about that later about the different types of work when you're building a business. So.
Thanks.
Okay. You want me to show? Is everyone? Okay. Oh, is anyone else?
No, I think they're the others. These are still in school.
Okay.
Aspiring artists to be.
Should I show them some of my little books? I brought a couple of my sketchbooks just to show you a few pictures. I have another book. This one's not as full as my other one, but I just wanted to show you. I have a book that's similar, and mine have watercolors in it. And my daughter got a hold of my book, and she did her own drawing in there. Let me see if I can get to where my drawings are. Okay, here we go. So this is watercolor, which I brought watercolors. You guys have been doing with a colored pencil, and this is painting. So we're going to do some painting exercises. This is watercolor, where you wet paper and you take paint and you wet the paint, and it has this beautiful watercolor effect. So I found this just twig on the ground. And I love the twig, and I just drew it a couple of different ways. This has more detail in it. You see, like, I drew each little prickly thing, and then there's just different interpretations. And then these two too, I saw a bush, and it had these beautiful red leaves on it. And so I did, these are just some of my different drawings of, that's upside down. So this is my little sketchbook. And then yeah. Drawing, just so you know, drawing is hard for me too. Drawing is really hard. So actually, it's good that you guys started out with doing something really difficult, because when you start out with something really hard, then everything else, you get it. It's just making that first step. So you guys are in good shape to get rocking and rolling.
So should we start on the equipment then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you all to know that Heidi spent a long time preparing for this trip, bringing all kinds of equipment, okay? So she's gonna make sure to explain everything to you, and then we also have to make sure we're very careful, right? It's very expensive, and we need to make sure that we keep it so that we can keep creating and working with it, and so it stays in good condition, okay? So, Nomi, you're gonna work with me in terms of making sure we keep track of what we have and how where we're gonna keep it. I don't know if we'll keep it in this room, I'm not sure yet, okay? But you'll
Some
help me.
things probably can, and some things maybe